Hello, my dragons. I wanted to make a little filler video, and I've been wanting to make a little video on how I make videos. So, yeah, this is that video. So first off, I of course go and I make my scenes, I make my screenshots. It's kind of difficult to explain this process. You kind of just got to get a feel for it. You make sure you have the lock on because otherwise the characters move and it's annoying. But yeah, you just make all the dialogue. I prefer to do it on a gray background because the one of the next steps in the process is making the is getting the background and adding it in a separate app so that I can have backgrounds that aren't just the same like 5 because this game has no backgrounds. But yeah, this process can take like a few days. It's the longest part of the process, I think, because you have to think and stuff. And yeah, also don't mind all the ads I've been getting. Uh they're annoying and I don't like them, but this app has them. So, yeah. That's kind of all I really have to say for this part of the process. The next thing I do is I go into Gotcha Club because that has a huge selection of backgrounds, and I select my background. This can also take a bit, but it's much less tedious. It just depends on how many backgrounds are in the video. With this process, you don't have to use Gotcha Club backgrounds, but that's my preference. But yeah. Once I've done that, I go into Ibis Paint, my drawing app, and then first I import one of the screenshots so I can get the size of the Gotcha Life 2 screenshots. And then after that, I go to the Gotcha Club background screenshot and I add that in and adjust it to what the characters are. Usually I recommend getting rid of the background for the character first so you can get a feel for the background or the actual background placement. Speaking of background removal, this is kind of why I use the gray background, although it gets kind of annoying because some of my characters have gray on their outfits and it selects that as well. But I use the magic wand tool, I select it a couple of times, and then I go to the top thing, that the little box, and I say clear layer. My only suggestion for this is take as many shortcuts as you can. This is the second longest process, in my opinion. Just, another thing, this is also where I merge together what needs to be merged or add what needs to be added. Like in the one episode where we gave Chief a plate of spaghetti, this is where I drew in and gave him that spaghetti. You do the editing that is necessary so that you can have the product you desire. And yeah, that's about it for this process. Just know that it takes a while but it's also the most fun in my opinion. Then, of course, the final step for the video itself is going into my editing app, which is KineMaster. Specifically, the old version. I don't like the newer one. But I go into there, I import all the newly saved screenshots. Or I forgot to say, you have to save the new screenshots. And then I just kind of edit them together. What I like to do is rewatch the video a lot of times so I can get a feel for the timing. And also, when there's dialogue, you say the dialogue. So you, play that one section and then say the dialogue while you play it. Because that will let you get the timing a lot more accurate to how people are going to read it. And you don't want to have dialogue that's too fast because that no one can read what's going on. And you don't want it to be too slow because then people are skipping around the video waiting for the next interesting thing to happen. But yeah, that's kind of it for the video making process. I also tend to record audio off of YouTube, usually just ambient noise. And if for sound effects, if I can't find them online, I make my own. That's what I recommend you do as well. But yeah, that's kind of all there is to making a video. The thumbnail I make in my drawing app as well, but yeah. That's kind of it. Yeah, that's kind of it. This is a much shorter video, so I don't really have much else to add. But I hope this helps you if you want to make videos in Gacha Life too. Uh, Dragons Remade Episode 1 coming soon. Bye!